Hey guys, welcome to our first, would you say this is a live training? Like semi-live?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. First live training. I got Tony in the background helping us with the video. Our case study today that I'm most excited to talk about is working with your sphere of influence, people closest to you, people within your circle, and also your past clients. So the goal really is here not to necessarily prospect for more leads, although we really should always be prospecting, but really the goal here is to inform you, the agent, that we all have this database of leads, whether we know it or not, around us. And those leads are coming from family, friends, friends of friends, people that you know of, acquaintances, people you've already worked with that love what you did for them, but now it's getting them to tell others that they love what they did for you, because they're gonna forget about you, whether it's intentionally or accidentally. It doesn't matter. It's you that needs to remind them why they should remember you, right? And so what we're gonna do here is we're really gonna try to go back to the basics. We're gonna try to talk about you have this circle of opportunity built around you. Let's capitalize on that. Excuse me 1 second here. Let's figure out what we already have in front of you and use that resource. So with that being said, I'm going to give you guys some ideas in no particular order or in no particular method. I'm just going to give you some ideas that I think are really going to help this situation out. So again, we're talking about past clients, spheres of influence here. Some of the things that we really came on board, we want to talk about consistency. There's really, in my opinion, two ways to be consistent about this. There's the hard approach and then there's the soft approach. However you go about it doesn't mean one is right or wrong. Really, I'd like to recommend a nice mash of both of them done right. But I would really rather you do one too many than not enough. Right? Okay, because we can fine tune it, but really what the key is to stay consistent in front of their not just face, but in their subconscious mind, in their gatherings and things, of value. So with that being said, I'm going to talk to you guys about the hard touches a little bit to start with, and then soft touches. Hard touches might come off, and I know we wrote this down exactly how I wanted to word it per se. Give me 1 second here. Hard touches, I recommend once a month. Okay, and what I mean by hard touches is a phone call. Literally, guys, the phone is not going. It's not going away. It's not outdated. We're changing from home phones to cell phones, but picking up the phone, the good old fashioned pickup. Hey Mike, hey Dan, hey Sarah, hey April, whoever. How are you? Just a simple "How are you?" Really goes a long way. And so the hard touches, I'd like to recommend 12 times a year in this particular aspect, or once a month minimum. Okay, and that could be, a text message really kind of falls in the middle of a hard touch and a soft touch, whereas a phone call feels more personal. And really, what the key with this is, don't ask for the business always directly, at least not on the first touches. Just talk about the conversations. Go see their Facebook. Before you call them, see what they're doing on Facebook. Did they just have a kid? Did they buy a dog? Did they go on a great vacation? Did their little one become student of the month? Genuinely care about what's happening in their life, and they will care without you having to ask for business about what's happening in your life. Tell them about how real estate's good. Real estate is always good. There's never a bad market. There's really slow markets, but that really affects the slow agents. There's never a bad market, because when the market's down, it opens up a different opportunity, and when the market's up, it opens up a different opportunity in itself. So there's never a bad market. There's just bad prospecting, right? And so with that being said, that's one of the hard touches I want you guys to really kind of touch on. Another good hard touch is if you still haven't grasped this comfortable feeling of being on the phone, you're going to have to, first of all. Send an email, but not a regular email, a video email. Do a video, not a one-size-fits-all approach video. Do a video where it's basically you saying, hey Tony, this is Sash. How are you, dude? Like, let's not make it too fancy. Let's not make it fake. People can read through the bullshit, pardon my language, but they can read through it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear that BS. So right to the point, just say, hey Tony, how are you? I'm thinking of you. You know what? I haven't done a really good job of staying in touch with you. So with that being said, I just wanted to say hello. I hope you and the family are doing well, and I wish you the best. And I will make it a point to reach out to you maybe once a month or something, you know? Next, I really recommend is soft touches. Okay, soft touches, I'd like to recommend double the amount of hard touches. So one soft touch every 2 weeks as opposed to a hard touch once a month. Some of those soft touches could include newsletters. Hey guys, newsflash, those newsletters that are one size fits all, they don't care. They're boring. Newsletters need to be informative. Talk about what's happening in the community. Talk about what great events are. Talk about what's going on with your life and how they, could grasp something cool out of it. Talk about a cool, good-looking Santa that is like something like all the kids will love. Talk about an Easter event where you can gather awesome Easter eggs for the kids. Talk about an awesome soccer game, a baseball game. Talk about something of value. Don't use this one-size-fits-all approach. Remember, real estate is very personal. You're courting each other. It's almost like you're dating, you know what I'm saying? So they don't want this gibberish of everything around you. Just something personal. And that needs to be done every 2 weeks. And that could be done with just a regular email is fine. Honestly, that one also kind of meshes in with a text message, but you don't really want to do too often, right? But really, again, if you want to write a great newsletter, that could be once a month as well. Some ideas, again, on this newsletter is, what's going on in the neighborhood? Is there any 5K events that we can participate in? Is there any good restaurants? People love coupons. If you have a good coupon, share those coupons. If you have a great video on do-it-yourself, those are fantastic. People love do-it-yourselves. Just the other day, I shared a do-it-yourself video on how to get rid of popcorn ceiling. It literally had 2,000 views within hours. People love do-it-yourselves. People want to know something that relates to them or could help them without you feeling like you're just throwing your, hey, help me buy, help me sell, can I help you, real estate, real estate, real estate. They don't care about that. We're in a marketing business and we're consumer driven. Okay, so the more value we give to them, they can't help but ask, what's going on with your life? What can I do for you? So if you really want to help yourself, help others. If you want to service your business, service others, okay? Family, friends, parks, ideas, cooking. People love cooking recipes, ideas, great cooking videos, holidays, cookies, things like that. So that's kind of where our soft touches are coming from, right guys? Community outreach is also a great program. What's happening in the community? Another thing that I like to recommend is a good old-fashioned postcard or a handwritten note or a handwritten card, letter, okay? I recommend those every 6 months because as good as it is to be in front of the computer digitally, in front of everyone's faces electronically, the good old-fashioned feel-good letter, handwritten note, twice a year. We're not asking for something crazy, twice a year. It just makes people feel good. And please do not put your business card. That is so corny. It automatically rubs people the wrong way. They don't feel a sense of genuineness about it. Don't put your business card, I beg you. If you're going to put your business card, don't even do it. It just doesn't come off the wrong way. If you have to put your business card to identify who you are, then you have not stayed in touch with them enough, right? That's where it reverts you. So the business key here is asking for the business without having to ask for it. And that comes down to genuinely caring about people. People can read through your BS. I promise you. Okay, people, when you get a scratch-off card at home that says you want 15%, but just bring this card, like people can read, there's a catch here. The business card, it comes off as a catch. Don't do it, guys. Okay, calendars. I know people say corny, calendars goes out of style, but there's just as many group of people that really still care about that. Not everybody's so tech-driven, even though I prefer a tech-driven approach, not everybody does, right? Events. I love this one. This is my favorite. I'm putting on an event. Just my idea is a four-time quarterly event, yearly event. So one of them might be a Santa picture event. One of them might be a date night event. That's one idea that we had. Is order pizzas at the office and order a 6-pack or champagne and call your clients and let's say, hey, listen, I'm just thinking of you. I know you're busy doing everything day to day. I ordered a large pizza for you and your family. Can you come in Friday between 5 and 6 to pick it up? Totally on the house. All you're doing is gathering them to say hello, stay in face. What's it going to cost you? $10 a client? If you do it to, I don't care, 200 people, you will get that beyond pay for just one deal. But it's not really even about the deal. It's about building that relationship, that key, the face-to-face. Letting them know that you're human, that you care. Shaking hands, right? So that's really what it's about. So think about events. That was one of my events. Other events, we were thinking about doing this, a pumpkin patch, pictures, an Easter event, going back to that. Renting a movie theater. You know you could rent a movie theater for a couple $100 and invite literally a couple hundred of your friends. A movie theater in the summer in the park. So there's so many things, like we're constantly trying to build this book of business and leads. That gold pot is already in front of you. You ever heard that expression? Everything we already want is already within our control distance. It's in our backyard. So let's work what we have. The grass is not always green on the other side. Let's work what we have. Fulfill that. I promise you the business is already there. Kind of going back to this one again a little bit as well, is 1 or 2 handwritten postcards a year that just says, hey guys, this is Sash, wishing you happy holiday, Merry Christmas, right? And in the traditional newsletters, also great. We kind of talked about this as well a little bit. Once a month is honestly more than enough on this traditional newsletter. One side could be talking about events, one side could be talking about what's going on with the community, what's going on with market trends. Statistics are nice, but they don't really care as much as you think they do. They only care when they ask you and you don't know it. You know what I'm saying? They care about the statistics when they ask you and you don't know it. So just think about that for a second. You still got to know it, but pushing it down their throat, they really don't care all that much, at least not until you're in front of a listing appointment. Then that's a different story. Okay, this was some really good questions I had. 3 stumbling blocks, mistakes you made along the way. Asking too much too quickly, going for the kill, right? So people ask me, well, what do I do once I get them on the phone? Don't go for the kill. Don't just talk. Let them talk. Let's find out what's going on with them. Nobody loves talking. Nobody's as good as talking about themselves as they are about anything else. So let them talk about themselves. Second was never not asking the right questions or asking open-ended questions. Those can sometimes be awkward if you don't. Sometimes a question that just answers with a yes or no is hard to keep the conversation going. Or assuming that because of the relationship that you've built up, they feel one particular way or another particular way. So ask open-ended questions. Ask to get to know them. Again, this is all built in on relationships of how to keep the conversations going, genuinely. And then last thing is the follow-up. That's key. Is we do all these events, these newsletters, these camera videos, these training, and then we'll follow up one time, and then we leave it to die. We're statistically, I remember reading Tom Ferry said that the goal is in the 10 to 12 follow-ups, not the 1 or 2 times, So we do all this running to get the business, The business doesn't come, we follow up one time, and then we just stop, right? We gotta keep following up consistently. On our next video, we're gonna talk a little bit more about our process and what kind of investment this really takes. Not a lot of money, to be honest with you guys, especially if you have a book of business built up. If you don't, honestly, start with your family and friends. It's the cheapest and the most sincere right, and they could be your biggest fans. So we're going to touch a little bit more on that. I hope this video was informative enough on the types of touches and within your sphere of influence. and I look forward to connecting with you guys soon. Sash, over and out.